Cinema Shogun here, and now that I've been able to somewhat contain myself, and now that we know that Carlee Russell is a little freaking Cheez-It-obsessed liar, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about that press conference, shall we? Because I gotta say, I've covered a lot of cases, and this had to be the best press conference I have ever seen. No exaggeration. These folks pulled up and straight up eviscerated Carlee Russell's conniving ass with nothing but kindness and facts. They brought the facts, they brought the 911 call, they brought the receipts, they went ahead and put out Carlee's alibi. They said, here everyone, here's what Carlee told us, so y'all can laugh at how ridiculous it sounds, because we're tired of holding it in. They even let it be known that they had a conversation with Carlee's parents beforehand and let them know, hey, our backs are against the wall right now. We've waited. We've been as kind and helpful as possible to you all. But now we just got to come out and say it. Because y'all are doing interviews on the Today Show and all of that nonsense. And people are asking us, is there a threat to the public? What's going on? So they basically let the parents know that, hey, we've kind of been put in a position where we have to say some things now. And you want to know what the worst part is? I know y'all heard that press conference, right? That's not all of it. The press conference said a lot, but it's not all of it. If you all follow me on Twitter, you know that last night, and I even made a video about it, that when Carlee Russell's job put out that statement yesterday, a lot of people said there's nothing to the statement. In fact, look at some of these comments I got. Getting attacked because I had common sense. I knew that when Carlee's job put out that statement, that it meant that something significant happened at that job. We now know that Carlee Russell stole from her job. She stole a robe and some toilet paper. Not a big deal. But guess what? Here's where things get even worse. And if you think it's not going to get worse, it's going to get worse. I'm telling you right now. They haven't revealed everything. This is a slow drip. They're letting it play out. They're trying to give Carlee and her family a chance to come clean. And if they know what they're doing, they better go ahead and come clean. Because the police got a lot of evidence to prove that Carlee's entire story is a lie. But it turns out they got some Google searches as well. And that's the worst part. Because we know that Carlee was on Google trying to figure out how you steal cash from a cash register. So we know that, Carlee stole some toilet paper, a nice warm robe that she could wear as she laid down at the Red Roof Inn, cuddled up with her Target snacks, watching us cover her missing person story on YouTube. She's sitting here watching the same true crime YouTubers you all watch in a nice, comfortable robe, eating her snacks, except the case is about her. Imagine being in that position. Really wild, right? Well, boy, oh boy. Carlee Russell, she knows how it feels because that's what she did. But yeah, where was I at? There's just so much damning evidence at this point that it's mind-boggling to me that some people are still trying to stick next to Carlee's side as if she's telling the truth. People will not let this go. You guys are making yourself look really stupid. I tried to take it easy, but I can tell you right now, listen. In the beginning, I had the mindset that if Carlee was lying, whatever, we'll move on. But now I've become passionate about this case. Now I've become invested because I've been labeled as a bad person and an ist and all of this stuff because I questioned this story, and not just me, some of my lovely followers were called horrible names, and they were accused of horrible things because, much like me, they had common sense and they weren't afraid to call some things out. So now it's personal. Now, in the beginning, I was like, if I find out it's a lie, I'm going to move on, cover other stories. Now I'm invested. Now I want everyone to explain. Now I want apologies for everyone around the table. And if Carlee Russell gets locked up, then so be it, because guess what? Other people have recently gotten locked up for doing the same thing that she did. I can tell you right now that even at this point, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, lock her up, lock her up. But the longer this drags out, the more people are going to feel that way. And unfortunately, this is still dragging out. Even after the press conference, at the time of this recording, there's no statement from the family. They're still acting like she was abducted by an orange-haired man that fed her the Cheez-Its, that fed her Cheez-Its that law enforcement saw her buy at Target. Yeah, the police know about the Target trip. They know that she went to Target and bought Cheez-Its. This woman is literally obsessed with Cheez-Its. I don't blame her, though. Cheez-Its are pretty good. I can tell you right now, there's rarely a time when I don't have Cheez-Its at my house. Except for today, unfortunately. As the press conference was going on, my dumbass was trying to drive to Target to buy me some Cheez-Its in the spirit of the Carlee Russell case, and I got stuck in traffic. So instead of sitting here and being able to make videos in a timely manner, I was in traffic munching on Cheez-Its, watching the freaking live stream in my car. And it's like 100 degrees, traffic jam. People's cars are overheating. They're arguing in the street. I thought a fight was about to break out. Here I am, looking at my phone, eating Cheez-Its. Perfectly happy. Not worried about the rest of the world. But anyways, yeah, this situation is just absolutely and utterly hilarious. It's got to be one of the funniest things that I have ever seen, the way this story has played out. And, the fake story about the orange-haired man and all of that stuff. I think another point that we have to make, though, is that, people get, locked up for no reason all the time. Men get falsely accused of stuff all the time. And what if some orange-haired man with a bald spot got locked up because of Carlee's fake story? I guarantee you Carlee would have took it far enough to just confirm, yeah, that's him. He's the one that did it. What if someone winded up serving time for a fake crime that Carlee created? What if law enforcement the next day was driving down the street and they saw a muscular midget walking down the side of the road? They might have snatched him up, all in the name of Carlee. Seriously, people. I mean, I'm kind of joking, but at the same time, we have to understand that this is a serious situation. These are some very bold claims, no matter how stupid they are, and they could have had real-life consequences for some innocent, orange-haired, or short midget man. For real. So, when you think about it like that, it's like, man, we can't allow this to go unpunished. Because this cannot become a trend. We cannot be faking abductions, getting random people locked up, getting your community stirred up and everyone scared, wasting resources and all of this nonsense. And let's be honest. The fact that she came up with a story that was just so freaking stupid, I feel like she deserves to do time just because of that. You couldn't do better than the Cheez-Its story. What is this obsession with Cheez-Its? You went and bought Cheez-Its. You wanted to specifically eat on Cheez-Its as you watched the world search for you, right? And then in your story, you crafted in the Cheez-Its. They blindfolded me. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know where I was. They started playing in my hair and feeding me Cheez-Its. Like, what in the hell is going on? But, like I said, the worst part about all of this is, for Carlee, is the fact that they got the Google searches. Because those searches are very telling. And they paint a very clear picture. I'm going to go ahead and roll this clip. Make sure you all hit that thumbs up button in the process as you watch. Go ahead and drop some comments. Let me know how you're feeling about all of this. And then after this clip, I'm going to be back to rant a little bit more.
Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, "How to take money from a register without being caught," was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time. We've asked to interview Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can see, there are many questions left to be answered, but only Carlee can provide those answers. What we can say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case. Thank you very much.
I know this girl did not Google the movie Taken. She wanted this to be like a movie. Well, it's starting to look like a movie now. Go ahead and roll the footage. I hope you like the movie that you created, Carlee, because it's one hell of a comedy. I gotta say, Hollywood, they don't make good comedy anymore. It's like everyone's afraid to laugh. Everyone is offended by everything. So I thank Carlee because, I don't get my laugh from the Hollywood movies anymore, but this has all been very hilarious. I gotta say, I haven't been able to laugh like this in a while, truly. So I do thank Carlee for all of this nonsense because, it's been a rough couple of weeks. It's been a rough couple of months. And I think, we talk about a lot of serious things on this channel. It's fun to be able to lighten up and crack some jokes. Unfortunately, for Carlee, it's at her expense, but she brought that upon herself. But as I said, these Google searches, they paint a very clear picture. Unfortunately, though, like I was telling you all yesterday, we're surrounded by people who can't read between the lines. So they'll literally hear about these Google searches and be like, huh? What does that mean? So let me tell you what it means, okay? She's Google searching, how do you steal money out of a cash register? Because she was planning on stealing money from her job. She's Googling the bus tickets because she was planning on catching the bus and getting the hell out of town. She's Googling the Amber Alerts because she wondered if an Amber Alert would be put out for her. The way it looks to me is that maybe she wasn't able to get enough money out of the cash register. Maybe she didn't take money out of the cash register at all. But it's looking like that may be a strong possibility, right? But how it looks to me is that maybe she went and ducked off and hid somewhere. The story got real big and maybe she didn't feel as if she could get on the train without being noticed. Or maybe she just simply didn't have enough money to catch the train. Whatever this was something that was planned for sure. That's one important thing to note. Because you see all of the people who were defending Carlee over the past couple of days, labeling everyone else as bad people and racist for questioning her. And now they're trying to, it must have been mental health. No. We tried to have the mental health conversation days ago, and y'all cried when we did. Why does she have to be crazy? Oh, why do you say this about a black woman? Why would you ever do that? No, y'all tried to shut down the conversations about mental health the other day. Do not try to play the mental health card. Do not try to play the race card. All of that is flown out the window. This is not a mental health situation. Okay, I find it to be extremely destructive to the conversations that we need to have about mental health. I find it, I'll just put it like this, it's not helpful at all trying to bring mental health up in this situation, because this was not a mental health episode. This was pre-planned. Hey, I'm trying to disappear. For what reasons, we don't know. But this was not a mental health episode. So don't sit here and try to play that mental health stuff now, because I was trying to explore that avenue and other people were, and people were shutting it down nonstop. It's too late for that now. Now we know that this was premeditated, this was planned. So either she didn't have enough money to catch the bus, or she felt like she would get caught on the bus. I don't know. But I think that she's a spoiled little girl who walked right back home to mommy and daddy after she ran out of snacks and was running out of money. Oh, I don't got enough money to pay for another night at the hotel. I don't got enough money for the bus ticket. I just ran out of my Target snacks, my Cheez-Its, and my Euro wraps. I need to go back home to mommy and daddy. And I'm going to pretend like I'm in shock when we all know that was BS, bogus lies as well. Also, police got her on camera walking back to the house. Police let you know there's not a threat to the community. If you can read between the lines, you know that's them saying, hey, Carlee was not abducted, okay? The police know a lot more than what they're saying. They're still trying to be as graceful as possible. But don't get me wrong. They came in there and they straight up wrecked Carlee. They straight up eviscerated Carlee's narrative in the nicest way possible, with the most amount of information that they needed, without just straight up saying, hey, you're a liar. They didn't have to say the word lie or liar one time, but they proved to you all that she in fact is a liar. And I think that was mighty impressive and absolutely hilarious to watch. But now that we know that Carlee is a dirty, no good, Cheez-It loving broad, now that we know that she is phony and full of it, we got to figure out who helped her. Because listen, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've been right about everything else when it comes to this story. And I could be wrong. But I don't think Carlee did this alone. Carlee didn't make it away from the scene that quick by herself. And I doubt that Carlee was laid up all weekend by herself. Other people knew. At least that's what I believe. But then again, I don't know. Because it does look like Carlee was just trying to escape. But escape from what? Escape from who? Those are all details that we will be looking into, and hopefully we will be finding out within the coming hours, the coming days, or however long it takes. But for now, let me know your thoughts about all of this down in the comments below, and do not hold back. Let loose. Let's all have some fun today. But while you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll be talking to you all soon in the next video.